Hello everyone, welcome back. I've got a lot going on today, so I got things all over the place. But tomorrow we're having a potluck at our church and I am making desserts. I'm gonna make one of my black currant pies and I've got a video up there and that thing is just amazing. If you can get hold of some black currants, these were grown by a friend and I now have some of their plants, so hopefully I'm gonna have some this year too. But they are so tasty. They're kind of tart and you sweeten them up and make pie. They're wonderful. So I'm taking one of those pies with me. The other thing I'm gonna do is a lemon pie cobbler. And I'm really excited about this one. I am making my own lemon pie filling. And so we're going to get started on that first. I am going to make a double batch because I'm making a large one for this potluck, but I'm going to give you the amounts for a single batch. So hopefully you don't get confused. Started out for a single batch, you're going to use 2 cups of sugar. We're going to use a teaspoon of salt, and I've got pink salt here. And we're going to use 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is organic, non-GMO, because I don't really care for all that stuff that's in the others. I'm just going to whisk that together a little bit. To combine. Now, you add 2 cups of water. The juice of 2 lemons. Give that a stir and kind of get that getting it combined, and all over me too. This is real life, y'all. I'm a messy cook. So, we're going to get this combined. And we're going to take the rind from 1 lemon. Again, you're going to see larger amounts, but that's because I'm making a double batch. For 1 pie or 1 cobbler, normal size, you would use the amounts I'm giving you. Now I have 4 eggs beaten. And we're going to add that in there. Now you would put this over medium-high heat. And we're going to heat this to a boil, stirring often, and then we're going to continue to boil it for 1 minute, stirring it constantly. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch all that. So I'll bring you back when this is about to boil. It's been about 15 minutes, and I will tell you that at this point I'm going to stir more often. And if you're only making a single batch, it probably would be even a shorter time. but I know at this point it's trying to stick on the bottom a little bit, so I'm stirring pretty much constantly. It's not quite to a boil yet, but it has this beautiful yellow color, partly from the lemon, but a lot of it's from those beautiful egg yolks. It came from my chickens just yesterday. Not quite to a boil. But you can see it is getting thicker. Okay, we're at a boil. So now I'm going to time it for 1 minute. That lemony smell, I love pretty much everything lemon. I love the tart sweet. And it's been 1 minute. I'm going to turn the heat off. Remove it from the heat. Now I'm going to pour this in a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it come to room temperature. One step I forgot to show you, stir in 1 tablespoon of butter. And just let that get melted. And butter, you know, that always makes it better. Now I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap, let it sit, and come to room temperature. My lemon pie filling has cooled off. Now I'm going to mix up the cobbler. Now again, I'm making a double batch, so I'm doing it in this. If you're not doing it, do it in an 8x8 baking pan. But because I'm doing double, I'm doing it in this aluminum pan that I can leave for the potluck. I would probably put 1 stick of butter in an 8x8 pan. Again, I'm doing double, so I'm doing close to that, close to double that. And I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven, and I'm going to let it melt. So it's going in. While I'm waiting for that to melt, I'm going to put, for a single recipe would be 1 cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Again, I'm doubling it, so that all goes in the bowl. And I'm going to mix those together. Then I'm going to add, for again, a single recipe would be 1 cup of sugar, and of course doubling it. Mix them well. And now I have 2 cups of buttermilk. Now this isn't something I keep on hand because again, living off grid, it's not something I do. And the only fresh milk I have on hand is my Anderson Valley Farms, which I get from Azure Standard, and it is so good. I'm not going to use that for baking. So this is buttermilk powder that I've reconstituted and let sit. So I'm going to add that. And stir that in. And these are the times when having these things in your pantry is so nice, because I'm not going to drive a 60-mile round trip to get buttermilk. Just not going to do it. So I have my buttermilk powder, or if I had regular milk, I would add lemon juice or vinegar to it to make an equivalent. But having the buttermilk powder, I love having that on hand. So I've added that in. And now I'm going to add, for a single recipe would be 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. I'm going to add a little extra because I like the lemon. Now I do something very similar to this for a peach cobbler. But I'm really excited about doing this for a lemon pie cobbler. I've melted the butter and it's just in the bottom of this aluminum pan. Again, if you're making a single recipe, do this in an 8x8. And I'm just gonna pour this batter right on top of that butter. Sorry you can't see it all, but it's just hard to do that for the camera. Now I have this beautiful lemon pie filling. Stir it up just a bit because it's been coming to room temperature for a while. And we're just going to start putting spoonfuls. Now, if you have canned lemon pie filling, you can use that instead. But you know what? I just didn't want to use canned filling for this. So I've got my lemon pie filling in there. I've got my cobbler filling. I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven. And if you're making a single recipe, it says 45 to 55 minutes. It may take longer because I'm making a larger amount. So we'll see what happens. So this took a while. Much longer than the 45 minutes that it calls for, only because I doubled the recipe. But it came out beautiful, and all of the lemon pie filling sinks to the bottom, and the batter forms kind of a crust on top. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I'm not going to share it with you tonight and do a taste, only because this, again, is going to be for a church potluck. But I've made very similar ones before, and they just come out so wonderful, so easy. And I hope you give it a try. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. God bless, and we'll talk soon. All right, so we didn't get to share with you how a taste test of this because we took this to church, but I had leftover lemon filling, and today is our anniversary, so I made one for us, and we're cheating on our diet.
Absolutely.
And we have enjoyed that greatly. So we're going to do a taste test of this tonight. So, Brian, see what you think.
This is so good I could rub it in my hair.
Okay, well, there you go.
No, it's really, really good.
It's really good.
It is.
But that's my sweetheart. It really is good. Thanks for watching.
It is good.
Love you.
Love you too.